It's Kenstephensjr here. We're about to go live off in this thing and talk about business values. All right, as it pertains to building your business. All right, we're gonna be on here. We won't be on here that long. I know I say it every time. I'm not gonna keep y'all on here long, but we will not be on here that long. All right, as you know, I taught the Canva class yesterday, so I'm a little burnt out. But we're gonna get this thing underway because I really want to get this information out. And if you weren't on my last, teaching that we did when we talked about the vision last time. We talked about the business vision. So now we're gonna be talking about the business values. Now, there's a theme if you've been following what I've been doing, as we're talking literally about the foundations of building your business. Like literally, that's what I've been talking about because it's one of the more important things that are skipped over time and time again. And then people are wondering why their businesses are crumbling, like that. And it's due to them not having the proper values, not having the proper, things just set up in place so that they could be successful. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest issues I see time and time again. So we went over the vision. Today we're going to go over the values. And it's going to be quick. I have a nice little model laid out that I'm going to show y'all so that you could truly understand it and have a good picture of what we're going to be talking about. All right, so make sure you tune in. We won't be on here that long. It's going to be nice, quick, easy, and digestible so that you can break it down. And I truly want y'all to tune into this so you can understand the importance of what you got to do to sustain your business, all right? And when you are looking to scale your business, and what I mean by scale, that means to grow your business, all right? So if you got one employee and you're trying to get that thing to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this is one of the things that's going to do it for you, all right? All right, so I ain't got no assistant today. All right, so it's going to be just me, and I'll be on the other side of the board. All right, we're going to get started. All right, I'm about to switch the camera around. All right. So getting started, we're going to be talking about the business values, all right, like I mentioned earlier before y'all was tuned in. So with business values is one of the foundational steps that you got to take so that you can build your business properly, all right, because you have to have the vision, you have to have the values. First and foremost is the mission statement. That usually is the first thing, but we already went through mission statement, went with the vision, now we're at the values, all right, and the core values is something that's really going to drive home whatever message you're trying to get across in your business. And one thing I want to say about this values thing, I know a lot of people ain't business people or they ain't looking to go into business, but values, this could literally apply to your life because you have to have some type of values in your life to get shit done, all right? Because a lot of people, they don't have no values written down. If you don't have no values, you probably don't have some type of moral code that you are living by and your family's not living by. And then you wonder why, we have these generational curses, as people like to say, but I call them the generational choices, all right? Because it ain't no damn curse, it's just a bunch of choices that people have been making repeatedly over and over and over again and leading them to the same damn place. And the easiest example I could give of that always keep popping into my head is with people who are broke, financially around the same time every year, all right? And I know this is going to hit home for some people, but you got to listen, all right? Let it sting a little bit, all right? The people who broke the same time of the year are the people who follow these traditionalism holidays, all right? So we could look at Halloween, you got Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then New Year's Eve and New Year's. All right, people be broke around at the same time, and then they be surviving until they get an income tax check. Now, how do you do this for 20 years straight and then say that you got generational curses? It's not curses, it's choices. You haven't made a conscious choice not to, participate in this crowdfunding of the economy and use some of that same money that you would be spending out there and save it or invest into yourself or invest into a new skill that you could use to generate yourself more income. So it's just something to be said about that, when it comes to values. I know what I'm going to be talking about is business values, but I want to make sure we get that out of the way as far as values as they align with your life. All right, because we could talk about business all day, but if your life ain't right, then you ain't going to be able to run no business right at the end of the day. So that's just how I see it. All right. Now, first thing we're going into this, all right. Why are business values important? All right, the first one is employees and customers understand what you stand for. All right, so when you having your values in place, people got to truly understand what you are standing for. All right, because if you don't have anything that you're standing for, it's going to be hard for your customers and your employees and, you know, assistance, whatever it may be, to rally behind what you have going on. So like for the Black agenda, to give you an example, my thing is we want to create a more proactive society. All right. Now, everything we have to do, you have to be aligned with that value of being proactive. If you're not a proactive person, I probably can't work with you, because literally that's one of my values and the mission that's in the business. All right. So when you are having your business and you're starting out small, a lot of people see like, oh, this ain't important, or this might be something that big businesses they write down on paper because they want to look good. But even if you at a smaller level, you still need to have something like this in place, because you want to be able to hand over a paper or, you know, a one-page sheet to someone and let them know, all right, this is how this shit gonna be ran. This is what you got to go by. If you ain't with it, then oh well. And if you want to make it even realer for yourself, when we're talking about the importance of values, look at any job you may have applied for. They give you this big, thick ass packet talking about our employee guide. Their values, their mission statement, and all that stuff is embedded in there. But typically people, you know, skim outside of that stuff and look over it and then wonder why they end up at a dead end job, or a job they're really not aligned with, you know, with whatever they believe in, their core, their mission, their values for their life. And it doesn't correlate to what this business or this job has going on at all. So the values are very important and something to pay attention to, because one of those little things that get skipped over, but it can turn into a very big deal down the line if it ain't handled early on. All right. Now the second part, every decision made is aligned with company values. All right. So when you are aligning the company, all right, and you're bringing people in, once again, you have to make sure everything is streamlined as far as the values. If you do not have that streamline in place, it's going to be very hard for anybody to believe what you have going on. All right, because there's no systematic code there for people to follow. And to give you an example of that, my mentor, Jake Taylor Jacobs, he has the ABS firm. So one of the big things he always banging on is they do not borrow money from the bank. That is in their core value. They truly believe in that. All right. And if your ass borrow money from the bank, I believe he said you got 18 months to pay off any debt that you have when you are working with him. And if you do not pay it off in that 18 months, your ass is fired. That is a true value to have in your business, all right? Because that's everybody being on code. That's everybody understanding what's going on. And if you can't follow that, then you can't follow the mission and you can't be a part of the team, all right? Because if everybody not on code, then, you know, it just take one person to sink a ship and take one person to make everybody look bad and everybody just ride off a company. So this is another reason why the values, they are very important. All right, and they have to be, you know, set in place. All right, now here I got the illustration that I want to show you of the values. All right, as we put them in place. Now we got the list here. All right, biz core values, why it's important, and we got 5 key things. All right, and I would write this down if I was you, or you could watch the replay, whatever it may be. All right, so the first one, we got motivator. All right, we got action, importance, guidance, and we got the morals. All right, so that is our 5 core things that we'll be going into right now as we look at this model for core values for your business. All right, so the first one is the motivator. All right, so with motivation, this will be the thing that pushes people to be a better person at the end of the day as they work inside of your business. This will influence their actions and their everyday habits that they are doing. Like I said before, with ABS, you don't borrow money from the bank. All right, that is something that's going to be embedded in your head and in your consciousness as you work with them or you partner with them, because you understand that that is their core value. It will always be in the back of your head and it will influence every decision you make financially, all right, and about debt, all right. Now, number 2 would be action. All right, action is objects, ideas, issues, characteristics are based on values. All right, so this kind of go hand in hand with your motivator, but the characteristics that you will portray and the things that you will speak of and the ideals that you will adopt will come from the values that you put into your business. So if you're a person that truly believes in something like not borrow money from the bank, you're going to operate in that way. If you're a person like the Black agenda, you believe in having a more proactive society, you have to operate in that manner because you have to live within your values and within your mission, all right? Because if you aren't doing that, you are losing trust. And I talk about this all the time when it comes to business building. A lot of people are always worried about getting to the money, and I understand that. I truly do. We got to get that money. We got to get the bag because people got to eat out here. But you have to build that trust bag, and having your values in place and having the proper actions and showing those proper actions, you got to build the trust bag, and that's how you're going to get to the real bag. All right. Now, importance. This will be the next thing. You have to know that it's very important to the people that are coming into your business, or it has to be important to you and your business when you have your values aligned. All right, because If this is something that's not important to you, it won't be important to other people. They will not follow what you're saying. They will not follow what you're doing. And they damn sure ain't gonna believe in you at the end of the day. So it has to be a theme of importance. All right, and one of the things, I know you probably have experienced this if you ever had a job, and if you are an ambitious leader of a business, all right, you have a team of employees. The one thing that is a common theme at the jobs that I've been at, and leaders, they have these morning meetings. All right, you have a team rallying meeting. This is where the values are pretty, getting repetitive. All right, and they have to repeat these things so they are ingrained into people, and the team is on code with one another. So you have to make it important for yourself and everybody else around you. All right, now the next one, guidance. All right, values are organizing principle to guidance and security. All right, so when you do have that guidance in place, it will be the thing that leads to security of your business. Now, you're probably thinking about what the hell security got to do with your business. Security is very important to your business because, listen, if you call yourself a CEO, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, or your business founder, whatever it is, you got to understand that you're not going to be the person that's wearing every single hat anymore. So if you have these values in place, you should be able to pass these same values on to the people that will come after you, even after you die, or even after you pass the business on, or maybe even after you sell the business to someone. So if you got these things in place, that is what's going to carry the business. So you have to be able to have that guidance in place for others to follow, all right, past you, all right, because nobody should want to be in a CEO seat for their entire life. All right, a lot of people, it's a chairman factor or like board of directors. These are typically people that oversee the business. Those are typically the top dogs, all right? You don't really see them until something really pop off, and they're the ones who are like the hidden hands, so to speak, that are in the background, and they make a lot of decisions, and they make a lot of decisions as to where the guidance of the company will be going, all right? But it starts with those values that they laid out in their business foundation from the very beginning, all right? And then our last one, moral. So they're the values and qualities which are worth striving for in regards to as morally right. All right, so when you have the values in place, this is an accountability factor, all right, as it goes to your moral code in your business, all right? And I keep mentioning the same thing. You have to have these values in place so people can align with what you got going on. If these things aren't in place, it's going to be hard to follow any moral code. It's going to be hard to follow any idea code or any action code that you have in place for your business. So values have to be at the core of your mission, all right, and of your business. All right, this is something that you truly got to understand. And I know it may seem very, simplistic or something that might be minuscule. It will feel like that in the beginning, all right? It will always feel like that when you're doing things like this and you're planning out what the mission, the values, and all this stuff will be. But if you truly plan on having a profitable business and a business that you're going to scale, which means grow, all right, you got to understand these things have to be in place, because when you bring new people onto the team, they're going to need direction. And you can just think about yourself and think about how you went to maybe a job that you didn't really like because you didn't understand the direction of management and where they were going. You didn't feel like, you felt like another number. It's probably because they didn't have the values in place. And if they did, they probably weren't aligning with them very well. So that's something to think about if you are running a business and building it and you feel like having values and things of that nature isn't valuable or it doesn't hold any weight for you. All right, it really does at the end of the day, and it's something that you got to be able to understand and articulate to other people. All right, we're going to go into our Q&A now. So like I said, I don't have an assistant, so I'm going to come on to the other side of the camera, and I am going to answer any questions that we got from y'all, all right? All right, so what's up? All right, we got any questions? All right, I'm here for y'all. All right, for Q&A time. Whew. All right, let me know y'all got any questions. I see y'all was coming through. I was on the other side, I couldn't see you. All right, so Q&A. Let me know if y'all got any questions. I got about 5 minutes for questions. He said, I can't think of any. You playing my music. I'm not playing your music. That's the neighbors. Their music just that damn loud. He said, I'm going to watch the replay. I came in late. All right, cool. All right, but if we don't have any questions, we're going to get up out of this thing. Like I said, I wasn't going to be long. All right, I appreciate you coming through, tapping in. All right, as always. And y'all know how we end this thing. All right. Yeah, that's a Haitian. Yeah, that's the Haitian music. I live around a bunch of Haitians and you know, Spanish people, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. This is where I live at. They said class yesterday was fire. Thank you, Anastasia. It was pretty damn fire. I'm not gonna lie. It was fire yesterday class. I was like genuinely full from class yesterday. All right, so all right, so no questions. All right, so y'all know how we gonna end this thing? Caribbean King. Yeah, bro. So funny. All right, but I look forward to the next one for sure. We will have a next one, probably next month, because I want to give people time to you know, get themselves together as far as their content. So I say probably about another 3 weeks we'll reconvene, and I want to have people come back with their pages, and we'll do that auditing that we talked about. And then I got some more tips that I got to give out because I only really touched the tip of the iceberg. I know the class was two and a half hours, but we didn't even touch the full surface of the full capabilities of what we could do. I have a question, but it don't got nothing to do with this topic. What question you got? Let me know. But yeah, that content creation strategy class, the replay is available. You can go to Kenstephensjr.com and get it. And then also you click the link in my bio and get it. Use the discount code Canva1. All right, that'll take off some money from the price. All right, for you, and you could do it that way to get the class. It was fun. It's well worth the watch. I'm not even like gassing it because I did it, but it was like we had a good time in there. It was funny. We learned. It was good, very, very, and got a little passionate towards the end. But it was all good though. It was fun. I loved it. I could teach all day really. Like that's my thing. That's my gift is educating. But it's all right. So what's the question that you had? Oh well, it has to do with yesterday. You said you were knocked out. Yeah, nah. I had played a video on Clubhouse, and then I fell asleep on the video on Clubhouse. It's all right. You can put me out there. I was knocked out. I was tired. I just wanted to play that motivational video for everybody so they could listen on Clubhouse. It was a really good one. I'll probably end up playing another one tonight. I just like to put as much education out there as possible for people. And if I could do that through any platform that I'm on and any chance that I get, I'm going to do it, even if I fall asleep. You good. So I wanted to raise. You so funny. All right, but if you worked in the Canva content creation class, you go to Kenstephensjr.com, click the link in my bio to go get the replay. Very valuable class. It's like 2.5 hours worth of information for you to help you get some money. We talked about how to get sales, how to create content, and how to get the content out faster. So it was a lot of information in there, and you have to be able to apply. One thing is, if you're not a person that's going to apply, I don't advise you buying anything from me because all my stuff is pure application. Because like I said, when we was talking about this video, it has to be some type of impact you're making, all right? And it has to be some type of proactive activity that you're putting towards whatever you are doing. Because if you aren't proactive, then it's going to be very hard, all right? You said that you snore too. That's funny. But yeah. And we still have the sale going for the t-shirts. I forgot about that. The sale is still on the t-shirts as well. And then the book as well is there. And we still got the free consultations, and you get your paid consultation. It's almost the end of January. You still ain't start that business, so I don't know what you're gonna do, and you ain't contact me. So I don't know what to tell you. But we're gonna end this thing. All right. You are wealthy, you are valued, and you are worthy. Peace and blessings, family.